What's up, my fellow scruffy looking nerdferders, and welcome to the Carbonite Chat. Today I'm going to do kind of a quick video about some of the comments that I've been seeing, mainly from the media, trying to explain that us in the fandom who don't like The Last Jedi, that we're wrong and we don't understand it, that it's too in-depth, that it's too artsy, that this is actually The Empire Strikes Back. I think that's absurd, and I think that even if they used a little bit of brains, that they would be able to see even their own arguments are failing. The big argument is that it's Empire Strikes Back because if you look back at Empire Strikes Back, it wasn't really liked. That it was, if you look at the critics, they were all saying that, oh man, it's the same thing as A New Hope, and that, it was the lowest box office selling, and that a lot of the reviews and thoughts was that it just wasn't really that great. Well, those are from the New York Times and other media organizations and critics, top level critics that were saying this. The irony is The Last Jedi is exactly the opposite. It's the critics who think it's the greatest movie in the world, even though if you read the reviews, they talk about how a lot of stuff had a lot of issues, but they're still like, A+, this is brilliant, this is great. It's the fans who now, and this is why I say it's the Phantom Menace, even though it's not working out exactly the same, but who had been through the Phantom Menace, that saw it and accepted basically anything that Star Wars would put out at that point and said, this is amazing, this is the best thing that we've ever seen, this is the best Star Wars, oh my god, this is so great. And now, after sitting back on it, and some of them, like me, immediately was just like, this is terrible. This isn't Star Wars. This isn't good. This isn't even good quality movie making as a whole. The reviews from fans are extremely low. Now, this is completely different from what happened with Empire Strikes Back, but it is actually equivalent to what ended up happening with The Phantom Menace. And I believe a lot of people, as time goes on, when the movies come out, that when they get it on DVD and they see it over and over and a lot of the visual spectacle goes away, that they're going to be like, this isn't very good. I don't really care to rewatch this as much. I thought this was great, but it's really not. And I believe that there's going to be a Phantom Menace kind of effect as time goes on. This movie's going to be viewed lower and lower, unlike The Empire Strikes Back, where it's going to be viewed higher and higher. See, they talk about critically that Empire Strikes Back critically was not enjoyed, and now it's viewed as one of the greatest fantasy films of all time and considered an absolute classic. It has possibly, if not definitely, the greatest twist ending in any movies ever had. This movie just had a bunch of twists for the reason of, because they needed twists, I guess. It made no sense. It just subverted things, and when you subvert things over and over, then it's just a failure, and I'm not going to go too much into that. I actually will do another video on kind of breaking down how it's objectively bad, that just it wasn't a well done movie. But that's not the point of this. The point is, am I crazy to be the only one pointing this out or picking this up? I mean, maybe someone else has, and I just haven't seen their videos. I don't watch that many videos on YouTube. I don't have the time, but they're talking about how critically it wasn't praised Empire Strikes Back, and now it is, and that's what The Last Jedi is going to be. But it's like one of the highest rated Star Wars movies of all time critically. If you look at top Rotten Tomatoes, it's like at 90-something%. Like, it's insane. So, no, it's not The Empire Strikes Back. Stop saying it's The Empire Strikes Back. Stop trying to act like it is. I had a huge rant of like 2.5 hours about The Last Jedi, and only one person gave a response about the actual how the movie was made and trying to explain why it was good. I didn't agree with everything, but at least he tried. Everyone else was just like, you're just a stupid fandom. Get over it. Star Wars isn't yours anymore. It's Disney Star Wars. This is the Star Wars now. Why don't you go cry? Yeah, okay. That has nothing to do with my comments were what Star Wars has been, which it has been for 40 years. And then critically breaking down how the movie fails point by point is what my rant was. And then the only arguments from media is, one, they love the political stuff in it, which I'm not going to even get into. It's been discussed ad nauseum, and politics don't belong in Star Wars, not as our politics of our world put in there. Yes, you can have some politics, like, even though I don't really like the prequels, putting a Senate and understanding the base of how the government is functioning and how evil can come in and corrupt that, that's fine, but that's a universal example of politics. It's our politics, it's our passing fades of politics and what we like or don't like being put into a fantasy world that then draws us out of the fantasy world and puts us into the world that we're in and takes us out of the movie In a Galaxy Far, Far Away. Those don't belong. Then the other argument that they have is that, oh, it's just brilliant, you just can't understand it. Yeah, we're stupid. All of us are stupid Star Wars fans that like kids' movies. No, it's not true. It just infuriates me, these idiots trying to act like they're talking down to people when they have no ground to stand on. They have no basis to be able to build an proof or evidence of what they're trying to say as just fact, because they say, because hey, we're the critics and you're just stupid fans. Forget you. Absolutely forget all of you that try to act like this and talk like this, because your facts don't even make sense. They actually point the opposite of what you're saying. I'm not going to repeat again that Empire was low and Last Jedi was up. That's how it is. That's my thought. Someone commented and it got me worked up, and I wanted to throw this video together because I've been thinking about it a little bit, because I've got a Gmail thing that sends me anytime something's talked about with Star Wars or The Last Jedi, and it's just, I've seen article after article after article, like, here's the reviews of what it was when Empire Strikes Back comes back. This is the same as The Empire Strikes Back. People are going to view this the same way. People were shocked and amazed when they saw that Empire Strikes Back was such a difference from A New Hope, and now they're doing the same thing from Force Awakens. Like, no, you're an idiot. Shut up. Like, if you want to debate and give me true reasons, structurally, plot, pacing, characters, character development, these type of things, or even story and lore and how it makes sense for the movies as a whole. Joseph Gordon-Levitt attempted it. I think he failed drastically. He wrote a 2,000-word article, and I couldn't agree with hardly any of it. Star Wars Explained, who I actually do respect as a Star Wars channel, and I like a lot of the stuff he does. He did a video about how this was the Luke. I disagree. But if you want to talk about those things, we can have that discussion down below. I will have that discussion. But if you want to say, as some idiot said in one of my comments, shave your head and go to sleep, like, this is for people that can have real conversations and debates and understand things that are going on. It's not for people that make a debate or argument, if they even do that, make a debate or argument that actually doesn't even make sense with the point they're trying to make. Anyways, those are my thoughts. A little bit of a rant. Thank you guys for listening. Please comment down below, as I'm sure you will, on your thoughts. If you like it, like it. If you hate it, I'm sure you'll dislike it. I've got a link down below to my TeePublic page. You can check that out. I'll post videos of some of my Last Jedi videos that I posted that you can click on and check out if you want to see more, than subscribe. But thanks again for watching, and never forget, you Nerf herders, I love you.